Number 5. A different clown. There was a traveling circus that toured the country, delighting audiences with its colorful performers and thrilling acts. Among the circus troupe was a clown, known as Happy Jack, who was beloved by both children and adults alike. Something changed in Happy Jack. He became increasingly isolated from the other performers and would spend hours alone in his trailer, staring at himself in the mirror and practicing his makeup. After the circus had packed up and left town, a young girl reported seeing a clown lurking outside her bedroom window. She described the clown as having a twisted grin and dark, sinister eyes. The police were called, but no one was ever found. More reports of the clown surfaced from towns all across the country. People claimed to see him standing on street corners, watching them from the shadows, and following them home at night. Some even claimed to have seen him peering into their windows, his face pressed up against the glass in a grotesque mockery of a smile. The circus troupe began to suspect that Happy Jack was responsible. They had always known he was a little odd, but they never imagined he could be capable of such malevolence. Happy Jack was camped out in a remote forest clearing. A group of performers decided to confront Happy Jack in his trailer. They burst through the door, only to find the clown sitting calmly in front of his mirror, his makeup kit open on the table beside him. Happy Jack turned to face them, his eyes now glowing with a sinister light. His face twisted into an evil grin as he lunged forward, brandishing a large knife. One by one, they fell to his blade until only one remained, a young acrobat named Sarah. Sarah found herself backed into a corner, staring into Happy Jack's cold, unfeeling eyes. But just as the clown raised his knife to strike, a sudden gust of wind caused the trailer door to slam shut, knocking him off balance. Sarah seized her chance and lunged forward, grabbing Happy Jack's knife and plunging it deep into his chest. The clown let out a blood-curdling scream as he collapsed to the ground, his lifeless eyes staring up at the ceiling. And the legend of Happy Jack the Killer Clown lives on to this day. Some say that on quiet nights, you can still hear his haunting laughter echoing through the woods, a reminder of the evil that once lurked within the heart of a once beloved clown. Number 4. Something doesn't feel right. There was a small town nestled deep in the woods, where the people were known for their strange customs and practices. One of their most peculiar traditions was the annual scarecrow contest, where each family would create the scariest scarecrow they could imagine and display it in their front yard. The town decided to participate in the contest. He spent weeks crafting his scarecrow, using old clothes and straw to give it a menacing appearance. On the night of the contest, the other townspeople gathered to admire the scarecrows and vote on the winner. The newcomer's scarecrow began to move on its own. Its eyes flickered and its mouth opened in a soundless scream, as if it were trying to escape its straw prison. The townspeople watched in horror as the scarecrow tore itself apart, revealing a body inside that had been stuffed with bones and rotting flesh. Number 3. Midnight horror. The clock struck midnight. Sarah decided to take a walk in the nearby woods. She had heard stories about strange things happening in the forest at night, but she dismissed them as mere superstitions. She suddenly heard rustling behind her. Turning around, she saw nothing but darkness. She quickened her pace, but the rustling grew louder and closer. She felt a cold, bony hand grab her shoulder. She turned around to face a figure with hollow eyes and a twisted smile. Frozen with fear, Sarah realized too late that she should have heeded the warnings about the haunted woods. But no sound escaped her lips as the figure dragged her deeper into the darkness, never to be seen again. Number 2. Never explore with friends. Once upon a time, a group of friends decided to explore a haunted house on the outskirts of town. Despite warnings from the locals, they bravely entered the house, determined to uncover its secrets. Strange noises echoed around them. The floorboards groaned beneath their feet, and the air grew thick with an eerie mist. Suddenly, the door slammed shut behind them, trapping them inside. Every door and window seemed to be sealed shut. As they huddled together in fear, they heard footsteps approaching from the darkness, its eyes glowing with a malevolent light. The friends screamed and tried to run, but the figure was too fast. It cornered them, its hands reaching out to grab them. The friends tried to fight back, but their efforts were in vain as the figure overpowered them one by one, dragging them deeper into the darkness of the haunted house. A search party was sent to investigate, but they found no trace of the group, only an empty and abandoned haunted house that stood as a testament to the horrors that lay within. Number 1. The creep inside the walls. As Emma entered her new apartment, she couldn't shake off the feeling that she was being watched. She shrugged it off as just her imagination, but the eerie feeling persisted. Emma heard strange whispers and footsteps outside her door. Her heart pounding with fear, she cautiously peeked through the peephole but saw nothing. Back to bed, she noticed something written on the wall in a dark, blood-red paint: "I've been watching you." Emma frantically tried to open the door, but it wouldn't budge. She was trapped with an unknown presence lurking in the shadows. The whispers grew louder and more menacing. Emma knew she was not alone and that something sinister was waiting for her.